Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, report. Report. Yo. No, we changed it.
Right to the air is Jackson. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys that really extra pep in their step, you go to them early and often.
Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He'll dump this off to Achane. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a 1st.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Hey, middle. Hey. Go ahead. Report. 13.
Jackson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the this field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Looking to put a drive together.
19. Let's go now. Go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And this one is incomplete. You talk about this Miami defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And not just speed, not just their physical skills. You know what pulls it all together for this secondary? Their smarts and communication. They play really well as a unit.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Here's 3rd and 7.
That's a gain of 3. It's
18
3rd
Cardinal, 18
and
Cardinal.
7.
He'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And some room to run now. He may go. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, a chin hit and the ball is held. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Aubrey now for the PAT. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good.
Bills 14. Dolphins nothing.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first. And I think we're all starting to wonder with this early deficit, what will that do to their play calling? Do they feel like they have to be more aggressive? Because they're throwing to start the drive here, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's Jackson. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Third down and 13. Now it's Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
You talk about this Miami defense. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing it now.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Ready! 70 line. Ready, ready.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Get it! Cowboy 80! Check smash! Check smash! Liking 18! Ready!
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. The Bills hit a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Tag! 60, go!
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Dragon, 60.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now 21-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. but you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
First down. Gain of 22 yards. First down.
Up the middle, Achane. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
That's a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Bills take over first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
60 Maverick.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great... there, 48 yards. And the Bills continue to pull away here in this first half. Aubrey good with the PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Dolphins nothing.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Jackson now. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Jackson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and another first down. Now it's Jackson. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. Now this is picked up by the Bills. 20. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Dolphins, nothing.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Dolphins take over first and 10. Their own 29.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Throwing is Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fielded at the 20. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it's second down.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now they'll change things up. Second and 9 now. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
He's going to go up top again. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Back to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be.
Ready.
2nd and 10.
Ready. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
They'll look to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Bills will extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the rout is on here in this first half.
Dolphins nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
You change it. Go.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Still fighting. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Their own 32-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Let's go now.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. They find some open field here. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Dolphins nothing.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Hey, report. Hey, that's all. Hey, report.
Play action. It's Jackson. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. And Oliver, that time to want to get in there and bring him down.
Second down.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Out of the gun is again to Achane. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Trying to lay one up deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This is fielded in the 27. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd and 4. That'll be caught. It's Scott. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 36. They'll set up to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, boy, tough conditions out there. I don't know if a defender slipped or what, but he had a man wide open, and that's a bad one to miss on. They don't come a whole lot easier than that one right there.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And Oliver, his 2nd sack of the night. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Now Lamar changing the play.
Report.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Inside the 20. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 12-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape. They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's a give up the middle. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3rd and 8.
2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Now back to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Bills take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic. So if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
This one thrown underneath to H.M. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
Report!
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position.
Ready, set. Ready.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. 41 yards. And the Bills are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. Aubrey good with the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
After running 35
Real quick.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Bills' 35-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 22-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets.
Gregory Rousseau able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Here's Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Report. You at X.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. And this one is no good. He missed it. And they will remain well behind. A tough day for this offense continues. One of their best chances to get on the scoreboard there, couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's not looking like it's going to happen for him today, does it? I mean, opportunity after opportunity, play after play has gone against them the entire game. They probably feel a little bit like Schlepp Rock, got that black cloud over their heads.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
Hiking 18. Street.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter and a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Jackson going to change things up a bit.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to him.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback.
Will try and do this himself.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's taken to the 26.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return.
And out will come the offense as they take over. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ballgame. But this is kind of going past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago. And that's one of the few things that has not gone right with this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
218 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
19 sight. 90. Craft goal 80. 70 Timber Wolf.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let this one go deep. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Aubrey now for the point after.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Bills 70, Dolphins nothing.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.